Sit down with any group of people who've worked together for 10 years and chances are you'll hear some pretty good stories. So imagine what the cast of Friends has to say.
We got together with all of them on the show's set, Stage 24 at Warner Brothers Studios. We talked about that first fateful meeting and the bittersweet moment when they'll say goodbye. We all got together in a comfortable, familiar spot, the living room of Monica's apartment. Through the Today Show, Matt and I have charted the cast and their careers from the very beginning. So that's where we started. It was back in 1994. The Today Show was doing a morning on the set of ER, and somebody suggested we mosey over to the next studio and talk to these young kids who were doing a new show called Friends. To refresh your memory and to remind us how bad my past hairstyles have been. We've got a little clip from that show, so let's take a look. You guys are having a good time, huh? Do you worry about staying power? I mean, I would think that getting there is one thing, and just worrying that you're going to be a flash-in-the-pan success. Is that something that concerns you, or are you just sort of enjoying things as they are right now?
Enjoying things, absolutely, but the work is important. You can't sort of get lazy and sort of sit back and say, hey, we're a hit, we're going to be fine. You got to keep up the
momentum.
The momentum and keep up the goods.
Anybody? Yeah, exactly. That's key. Anybody going to get together, like romantically?
Oh, right.
I'll talk to you during the commercial.
Oh, you and me?
Yeah. Anyway. Wow.
How bizarre was that?
Slightly disturbing.
I mean, her hair. Seriously. Isn't that weird?
I know, man. It was weird. Can we move on? But when you look back at that, what goes through your minds, Matt?
Your hair. All of our hair, actually.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy hair.
Let's talk about first day together. All right, you all come together first time. Was it a table read? Was that the first time you all saw each other?
Well, I remember meeting Jennifer and at the before the table read. We met at the when you read for the network.
With Maddie.
Yeah, the three of us, right? And I just remember thinking that Jennifer was so friendly and warm, and it was just nice to. She's just not competitive at all, just really sweet. And I had read with him, and I really wanted him to get the part because I thought he was so dang cute.
When I first heard at the table reading and I heard everybody do their part, it was really fun. It was, oh my God, that's how it should sound. That's great. And for me, the biggest shock was Chandler, Matthew Perry doing Chandler. Because that's not how I read the script and I thought Chandler was the gay character of the show.
And your point?
Yeah. David, what do you remember about that first day?
I had a similar, I think, response. I
thought I was gay too.
I was really nervous that day. I remember being really nervous.
Were you all really nervous?
Terrified.
Don't drop the ball. That was the whole thing because the script was so great.
They didn't drop the ball. Friends was an instant hit, and the young cast became real friends, on and off stage. Soon they bonded even more when they agreed to negotiate their contracts with the studio together as a group, a TV first.
Not having that hanging over our heads that, oh, so-and-so is getting paid that much more than I am. I don't think we're the type, anyway, that would resent. But, you know, you never know. And so I think absolutely that did help.
A lot has been made over the years, and you've said it a bunch of times, that if during the course of the run of the show, if one of you had said enough, that probably would have spelled the end of the show. In year 5, if Matthew had come, Courtney, and said, you know what, folks, I've got another priority. I'm going to go off. Do you really think the show would have come to an end?
No.
I know.
Sorry to answer for you.
No, rather, what did you say?
He said no.
Did you wish?
Volunteered that she wouldn't care if I was on the show.
No.
But you would have gone on, wouldn't you have?
Well, I think that, to tell you the truth, they made it kind of clear that they would do the show with 4 of us and not all 6. I think I remember hearing that during negotiations and stuff. And I don't know if I guess that's just the truth. They could have done it with 4 friends.
But they stuck together in talks with the studio. Their salaries grew from a reported $22,000 an episode in the first season to $1 million an episode this year. No matter what the paycheck, they did 236 shows over 10 seasons. We all have our favorites, The cast does too.
Maybe it's like trying to pick the best meal you ever had, and maybe it's too hard to do, but does one episode stand out for you all? Lisa, you're at least saying yes.
Yeah, I have one.
Good.
I'm happy that I can remember one. But I loved, and I didn't have much to do in that episode or with this part of it, but when the guys and the girls had this contest for who won this apartment.
Oh, yeah.
The lightning round begins. Stop it. Now, what was Monica's nickname when she was a field hockey goalie?
Big fat goalie.
Correct.
I like whenever we're doing competitive things. I liked Thanksgiving episode when we play football.
Phoebe, you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Joey's gonna catch it, and you and I are gonna block.
What's block?
Phoebe, I thought you said you knew what you were doing.
I thought you meant in life.
I really like the one Joey Chandler one episode, Never Get Out of the Barca Lounges.
Do we dare?
We dare. Oh. And remember in the beginning of that week, we were both like, we're reading it going, so we're in the chair the whole show? Are you crazy? You can't
That's
do
our
that.
story.
What?
You know? These guys are talking about like love and stuff, and we're like, we're in the chairs.
You got a cheat on your face, man.
I like the episodes when it's all 6 of us in a room pretty much together. And one that comes to mind is the one with all the poker.
Okay, so at this point, the dealer...
All right, you know, we got it. Let's play for real, all right? High stakes, big bucks.
Now, you sure Phoebe just threw away 2 jacks because they didn't look happy?
The one that always stands out for me, because it was the moment that I realized that sort of magic was occurring here, and it was like the 6th episode we did or something. It was called the one with the black guy.
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, senior year of college on a pool table.
Ooh, that's my sister. Okay. My weirdest place would have to be the women's room on the 2nd floor of the New York City Public Library.
Oh my God. What were you doing in a library?
And Phoebes, what about you?
Oh, Milwaukee.
It's just, wow, this is magic. This is actually really what we all set out to try to do. And that's the first time I had that feeling.
That feeling continued for 10 seasons, but now it's coming to an end, and the cast has to deal with moving on, yet somehow staying friends. As you head to that last night, Matt, what's going to be going through your mind?
Well, first of all, it's impossible to really be able to tell you, because I've never experienced anything like this.
Are you worried about not seeing everybody? Because no matter how many times you say to people, we'll stay in touch and we'll be together and we'll spend time, we'll schedule dinners, it's just going to be probably logistically really difficult. And Courtney, what will you do to stay in touch with everybody?
Assuming we want to.
Now the truth comes out.
I mean, I know I'll see the girls. I think we make I think we make more of an effort as far as to see each other. Over the summer, Lisa comes to the beach with her son, and I hang out with Jennifer. I think that'll be easier. It's just they seem to travel a lot, the boys. I don't know how. We hang out though because we live pretty close and we double date. You two, I don't know. How are you going to keep up with you two?
I'll tell you what David and I are going to do.
You're going to be going to the beach together.
Yeah.
All great sitcoms are usually about one big theme. MASH was about war. Seinfeld was about, well, nothing. For Friends, we read from something the cast had never seen before. That original pitch, written by the show's creators back in 1993. It's about sex, love, relationship, careers, a time in your life when everything's possible, which is really exciting and really scary. It's about searching for love and commitment and security and a fear of love and commitment and security. It's about friendship because when you're young and single in the city, your friends are your family.
God, they're good.
And that's
what I was going to say.
I'd have bought that.
Audiences bought it too, very happily. And for a decade, these friends have been like family.
Goodbye, baby. I hope your heart's not broken. Don't forget me. You were with me all the time. I'll be with you one day.
Those characters we first let into our lives back in 1994 are older and wiser now. Most of them are married and moving on.
But every Thursday night for 10 years, they showed us that to laugh and to love, you just got to have friends.
Thanks for joining us tonight. For all of our friends at NBC News, good night.
Oh, well, it sounds...
You can see more outtakes and the latest releases of Friends on DVD.